My name is Dr. Claire Strody. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strody Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Busher, though, with the rebound. She'll go right back up with it. Gets contact and the foul. Final seconds of this first quarter. 3 on the way by Herman. Big 3 to close out the first. Over to Schultz, nearly stolen away it is. Miller, throw it out for Gaw. Gaw being trailed. Hudson elevates and lays it in. Why he didn't shoot that, I don't know. Bruce will go from way down. Oh, baked it in! Yeah. Baked it in! My God. How about them apples? Wow.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
This gym is packed, and as school gets back into session, that can only mean one thing. Bronco basketball is back on the air here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics. Strody Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strody and the staff at Strody Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialist with decades of combined experience, with locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodyOrtho.com. It is the pregame show presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. It's a doubleheader here on a Tuesday evening between the Ottawa Cyclones, who come to town for the first of 2 games between these two Frontier League foes. in the Spring Hill Broncos. And the viewers at home, we say good evening alongside my cameraman, Spring Hill's finest, Caden Carbajo, everyone's favorite co-host, Curtis Kaiser. I'm Brendan Bowen, back here in the new year. And Curtis, Happy New Year to you. And I'm ready to back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Excited to be back.
Likewise, I'm excited to be here. Appreciate it.
And Caden, of course, wearing his finest Patagonia vest. Looking very nice tonight here on a Tuesday evening. And the Broncos come in with a nice 3-3 record, a 2-1 in the Frontier League. Last suffered a tough loss against the Baldwin Bulldogs team that had just got Cooper Carr back, and he wasn't really much of the difference, though. It was Leo Schonberger who made a lot of the Bronco lives difficult as Baldwin pulled away 51-44. But Curtis, I know you were at that game alongside BJ Harris. I mean, what was your initial thoughts on that game?
Well, Baldwin, well, first off, the schedule that the Broncos have had to start this year is crazy. So you start out with, you play the ever always good Eudora Cardinals, then you go down to Emporia and play in that tournament. It's always difficult. And then you have the pleasure of welcoming the Baldwin Bulldogs, for a state contender, to your house. And then now we follow up with the Ottawa Cyclones, who made the 4A state last year as well. So tough schedule, so coming out 3-3, I think you feel pretty good about that. The Baldwin Bulldogs, again, they have a really good two-headed monster. I think two of the best players in the state, and regardless of classification. And I was impressed with the Broncos' defense. My question going forward is, offensively, are we going to get enough points to start winning some games here? And, of course, I think the schedule is going to get a little bit easier, but I think we got to find some consistency on the offensive end going forward. And
kind of the motto that every coach, I might add, heading into today and even yesterday some teams played is you got to knock off some rust from the winter break. You were off since mid-December, and now you're here back in early January, school starting up once again. So how much rust can you knock off essentially between both these teams, especially for, we look at this Ottawa Cyclones team, also 3-3, 2-1 in the Frontier League. They have Aaron Blaine, who entered the sixth game with an ankle injury, who did not play in that game. He looks to be doing much better in warm-up, still a bit limping just a little bit, but how do you look at this Ottawa team that has such potential? And you mentioned last year they were just a buzzer beater away from being in the Final Four in the state tournament last year. Yeah, they're a solid basketball team, well-coached team. They have pretty good balance, I think, offensively and defensively. They did graduate some last year, so this is my first view at Ottawa this year, but I'm expecting a competitive basketball game here this evening. I think it's going to come down to the wire, and it could likely just be one or two plays that makes the difference. This Our Comfort Design Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show continues after a word from our sponsors. We'll give you the starting lineups and more after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here in our Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. The Broncos escape out of their final huddle. The final shots being put up for both teams. We'll now present you tonight's starting lineups. First we'll go for the visitors. And the Ottawa Cyclones. At guard, of 5'9" junior, number 1, Gavin Seaton. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Hayden Holt. Another guard at 5'10" is junior, Jace Morney. At forward, a senior, standing at 6'3", number 34, Aiden McCullough. And then we are currently awaiting that fifth starter. We anticipate it'll be the sophomore guard forward combo at 6'4", number 5. No, it will not be Aaron Blaine. It will actually be the 6'4" junior forward, number 32, Trey Spencer. For the Broncos, it'll be a junior guard at 6'4", number 2, Jackson Bruce. A 6'3" senior guard forward combo, number 3, Jordan Miller. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 5, Eli Hedrick. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 31, Grant Gebhardt. And in the middle, a 6'2" junior, number 35, Brooks Byer. We'll step aside for the anthem when we come back. Opening tip-off presented by Dan the Taylor Man here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2015. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, and it's time for tip-off. Our tip-off sponsor is Dan the Tailor Man. With high-quality suits and tuxedos, you'll look your absolute best for any occasion with the perfect fit guaranteed. For about the cost of a rental, you'll get the suit, tie, pocket square, and lifetime alterations. When any problem with that black tie affair, call Dan the Tailor Man for a free consultation, 913-541-1192. Nicola and Bruce to tip off, and the Cyclones will win it. And away we go here from Spring Hill inside the gymnasium. This is an Ottawa team that managed to beat a Paola team that was ranked inside the top 8, and a big turnover to start off the ball game. Broncos will start with possession here. They shot 31% from the field against the Bulldogs. Went 5 of 18 from 3. Hedrick looks long for Gebhardt, now back to Bruce. Hedrick, a 3, why not? That one clanks off the rim, rebounded by Trey Spencer, poked away by Bruce. Spencer still remains with it, and Ottawa will push the pace up the floor.
Looks like the Broncos just staying in a man-to-man here to start the game. We'll see if they adjust that as needed.
Miller guarding close by. McCullough trying to go for the screen. Broncos reading that perfectly. McCullough gets Miller to jump. He'll drive in, into the glass and in. Aiden McCullough, a 3-time All-State mention. First team last season. Honorable mention the last 2 years in 24 and 23. And it was first team All-Frontier League the last 2 years. And a foul on the floor. They're going to call that on Hayden Hull, the senior guard. That's his first. Team's first of the ball game. Inbound play for the Broncos coming up down low.
Yeah, good shot fake there by Brooks Byron. As a coach, you want the defender to stay down on those, but well executed by the Broncos.
Broncos will swing it around here on the near side. Hedrick dumps down, fadeaway jumper inside for Jackson Bruce. Cashes that one in. And the Broncos will tie it right back up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, Jackson, second year now where we can call him our de facto number 1, getting off to a good start here offensively.
Unanimous All-Frontier League first team, All-State honorable mention as well in 5A. Had a phenomenal sophomore campaign, now averaging 13 points per game this season for the Broncos. On the drive, and that one just left off the mark by Morning. Rebounded by Seton. Here's a 3 in the corner from Trey Spencer. That one no good. Rebounded by Gebhardt. Broncos will slow it up here on the other end of the floor. Wanted to try for this. The screen down low won't go. Broncos still with it up top. It's Jackson Bruce one-on-one with Spencer. Now gives it off to Gebhardt. They'll slow it up continuously. Gebhardt's lost his dribble. Hole guarding close by, manages to get it to Miller. Now it's for Jackson Bruce. Shot clock down to 5. Bruce one-on-one with Hole. Corner. Miller, 3 on the way. Can't make it. Byer had the tip. And it's going to be off of Gavin Seaton, out of bounds. Broncos will have it right near the Cyclone bench.
Yeah, Jordan Miller had a good look from 3 there. He wished he'd knocked that one down, but we're offensively fortunate here to get the offensive rebound.
Broncos didn't make a triple from that side of the floor, although on the left side went 1 of 4 on the other corner from 3. Against the Bulldogs. Hedrick. He'll take it himself. Now it's for Gebhardts. Pull-up jumper inside. Knocks it down. Grant Gebhardts. The steady shooter of Grant Gebhardts, who went 2 of 7 against the Bulldogs at 8 points, has a big bucket here for the Broncos' first lead of the evening.
Yeah, Grant had a great game against Baldwin City. Again, this year, kind of his first year with varsity experience. Really grown into the role, gets the start, and continues to improve.
And in my meeting with Coach Bouchard, before the season even started, he said there's going to be a lot of guys that have not played a lot of varsity minutes, but it's going to be a learning experience for him. Here's a 3 on the way from McCullough, and he swishes that.
Yeah, Grant's going to have to get up in his grill, or he's going to have a long night.
It's Aiden McCullough 5, Broncos 4. Halfway through here in the first quarter. Byer will go for the screen. It's a switch. And Miller is going to be forced to a turnover. Taken right back by Byer. And Gebhardt's the easy layup. And the Broncos take it right back. Third lead change on the evening. And the Broncos, again, just a point lead here in the first quarter.
Fortunate bounce for the Broncos, but we'll take it.
Hole, corner 3 on the way. He responds right back. Second triple knocked down by the Cyclones, and they now have the lead by 2. Bruce waiting for an opportunity. Skip pass the other way to Miller. He'll try and drive in on Seaton. Phenomenal defense, forces his hand. It's Byer now in the corner. Spins, gives it off to Gebhardts. He'll shoot the 3. Why not? It's money. And Grant Gebhardts snags the lead right back for the Broncos by just a point. Broncos, who again went 5 of 18 from the perimeter, now just 3 of 4 so far in the early ball game. Yeah, phenomenal read by Jordan Miller. Ball bats around, still on the floor, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a push on the Cyclones. Miller a little slow to get to his feet. Or they're going to call the foul on the Broncos, excuse me. That's Jordan Miller. Going to be called for a push. Broncos will pick up their first foul.
It's a curious call.
Well, I think it was more just...
I mean, he was on the floor.
Yeah, it was a,
it was a late whistle. If it was on Jordan Miller, it was a late whistle. We'll just leave it at that.
A bunch happened all at once, so it was kind of, I'd say it was a bit tough to kind of read that play in an instant. Barnett and Harris check in for the Broncos. Askins Dietrich to check in for the Cyclones. Younger brother of Leah Askins Dietrich, and his first shot opportunity missed from the corner, rebounded by Byer. Here comes Jackson Bruce to push the pace up the floor. Hedrick trying to drive in, trying to go baseline. Bruce collects it, and off the glass and in. Jackson Bruce. Largest lead of the evening for the Broncos by 3. Cyclones won't waste any time to try and go up the floor with this one.
Well, if the Broncos can continue to get shots like that, it's going to be a great night offensively. Good pass.
Beautiful look from McCullough to Askins Dietrich, the freshman guard at 6'1", gets his first points off the bench, and the Cyclones now trail by just a point. A lot of lead changes back and forth so far, but the Broncos remain here in front by just 1. Here's Jackson Bruce. Freshman Askins Dietrich close by, guarding him here. Bruce will call for a screen from Harris.
Yeah, you can't pick your dribble up there. If you're Jackson Bruce, you got to keep that ball moving, keep the ball alive. Now you're down late in the shot clock.
Shot clock was down. McCullough swipes it away from Hedrick, and he'll slow it up. Now he'll want to try and drive inside. Beautiful defense by Eli Hedrick.
Well, did they call a foul? They did.
They did call a foul. That's on Eli Hedrick. That's the Broncos' second. And the first on Hedrick. Byer checks off, and in his place will be Peyton McAvoy, the senior. He didn't have many opportunities at the start of the year due to the injury he suffered during the football season. So nice to see him back in action on the floor. Was a valuable piece at the tight end position, which his brother Riley, of course, developed well into in his absence. Along with Brady Colharp, can't forget to mention him. Bruce on the drive. They're going to call a jump. Possession here will favor the Broncos, though, however, so they'll stay with the ball. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Broncos again lead by just a point.
Number 5, Aaron Blaine checked in for Ottawa.
Aaron Blaine was the replacement for Trace Spencer due to an ankle injury he suffered. High pass, kept up. McAvoy, sidestep, 3! Oh, man, that's money. And they'll call time to fix the net, but the Broncos have been cashing in from 3, and it's a 14-10 lead for Spring Hill. Less than a minute to play here in the opening quarter.
Well, and that's what Peyton McAvoy offers the Broncos. He's got a quick release, shoots with confidence, and got to knock down a big shot there.
McAvoy, a 43% three-point shooter this season so far. Sam Harris will pick up a foul on the floor for the Broncos. That's the third of the quarter for Spring Hill. Inbound play for Jace Morning. The other Cyclone to get accolades in his tenure. Honorable mention All-State, also honorable mention All-Frontier League this past year. Valuable asset to that state team. About 9 seconds separating shot and game clock. Cyclones will hold on as long as they can. Trying to move it around here. It's off to Morning. One-on-one with Hedrick. He'll try and drive. Double team down low. Hold the 3 from the top. No good. Rebound Eli Hedrick. Shot clock off. Hedrick to McAvoy. The release. That one just off. Askins Dietrich to McCullough. Half court heave. No good off the glass. And we're through one here in Spring Hill. The Broncos a 4-point lead here in the opening quarter. We'll step aside for just a moment to bring you the second quarter here.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Here for quarter number 2, and look at those former Broncos recognizing Evan Brown, the Gaw twins, Hudson and Carter. Just a few of the former Broncos here in the building tonight, and always good to see some former faces.
It's always great when alumni come back and support the Broncos.
Back here in the early action of quarter number 2, and Gebhardt will pick up a foul. See Connor Bouchard in his 4th season at the helm of the Broncos, native of Gardner, Kansas, and the former Baker guard. And of course for the Cyclones, the longest tenured coach by boys or girls in the Frontier League. And Clifton McCullough, of course, his son Aiden, the one to shoot the three there in his 12th season at the helm of the Ottawa Cyclones. Had the position since 2013. Hayden Hole collects the basket there, and again, the Nets need fixing here in the building.
That's a common theme. BJ and I were talking about when we broadcasted before the new year. There was 3 or 4 down on this end of during that game where they had to reset the net.
McAvoy, why not? Oh, he was open. Can't leave him open there. Peyton McAvoy knocks down the triple. That's his second of the evening. 6 points in the early half. Broncos a 5-point lead.
Yeah, if you're going to play zone, you're going to have to extend that zone to get a hand in Peyton McAvoy's face, or you're going to have a long evening.
Oh, what a beautiful move by Gavin Seaton on the drive. He gets 2 points there. Cyclone fans wanted to walk, or travel per se, on Miller. Play continues as Jordan Miller will be the one to call out the play. As McAvoy trying to dump it down to Harris, but Cyclones will come away with the steal here. Slow it on their end of the floor. McCullough to the corner for Gavin Seaton. Skip pass across the way. Catch and shoot 3 for Hull. Oh, he knocks it down right in the face of Jordan Miller. And we're all knotted up at 17.
I was just getting ready to comment on how we extended our defense. We're playing well, and then that happened.
A drive and a foul on Gephardt's trying to go to the rack. They'll call this one on, it's going to be on Aiden McCullough. It's his first, Ottawa's first of the second quarter. Gephardt's will go to the line for 2 shots. Gephardt's has made every single free throw he's made so far this season. Gephardt's went 2 of 2 at the line. And there's the announcer's jinx right there as he misses his first free throw of the season so far.
It always happens.
It always does happen. Gephardt has a chance at one more. Again, 2 of 2 from the line. Back on the 18th of December when the Broncos, or the 19th, excuse me, when the Broncos took on the Bulldogs. He knocks down the second one. Broncos back in front by just 1, 18-17. About 2 minutes removed here in the second quarter. Aiden McCullough trying to drive on Jackson Bruce. That'll be for Jace Morning. Trying to go to his right. Broncos with a 3-2 zone. Kind of a man look. Shot clock down to 5. Morning trying to drive, trying to keep it alive. Hole has to catch and shoot that one, and the buzzer will sound, and shot was off. Rebound, Brooks Byer. The Broncos will go slow here on the other end. Early skip pass to Jordan Miller. Miller not really one to be as flashy on the stat sheet, but McAvoy is certainly from 3-point range. Another triple for McAvoy. And the Broncos have a 4-point lead. The third triple for Peyton McAvoy just continues to knock him down. And this is how you beat the Cyclones. You just got to score more of the points than they can score, because this has been one of the best offenses in 4A for quite a few years. Seaton trying to go to the rack. That one denied. Seaton from behind. McCullough trying to keep it alive. Broncos with it. Here's Byer on the baseline. Fakes, and he's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for Brooks Byer.
Good hustle there. Those 50-50 balls, those make a big difference. And good hustle by both teams. And Broncos were fortunate enough to have it bounce their way.
It was on Jace Morning, the foul. Second foul for the Cyclones here in the second quarter. Byer's first free throw, no good. Byer did not shoot a free throw against the Bulldogs, but he is 50% on the season. the junior center, and he misses the second one, so the Broncos unsuccessful. Here's a quick steal, catch and shoot, why not? Jackson Bruce. He'll make you pay if you turn it over, and that's what he does right there. 2 points off a turnover. Here's a three on the way for Hull. That one misses the mark, and it falls out of bounds. Broncos will have possession here. Eli Hedrick will check in for McAvoy.
Guess it's worth announcing that obviously you've caught on by now. Tonight the games are flip-flopped due to some scheduling issues. So we've had the boys, varsity boys, play first. Girls will follow at 7:30-ish.
Ottawa does not have a C team on the boys' side, so that is why scheduling allowed for Broncos boys to be playing here right now. The girls will follow after this one, so Hedrick trying to force it over to Miller. Here comes McCullough on the other end, and off the glass and in is Aiden McCullough. Cyclones cut the lead down to 4, excuse me. Coach McCullough will send 2 to the scorer's table. And all Broncos will play on here in their own end. This is Hedrick. Over for Miller. Miller trying to survey an option here. Shot clock is down to 8 seconds. We'll let Bruce set it up. 1-on-1 with Aiden Hull. Here's Bruce, the drive. Oh man, Jackson Bruce, what a talent.
That's why when you get late in the shot clock, you give him the ball and get out of his way, because he can do things like that.
And we saw that a lot last year. Saw blemishes of what Jackson Bruce could be last year, and we're starting to see it here in his junior campaign. A much bigger role than he had last year whenever Broncos had 6 seniors. Now the senior class is, again, up to 6, but Bruce being now an upperclassman as a junior, leadership role he has to take on, and Jace Morning will beat the buzzer. And the Cyclones respond right back with 2 points of their own.
As a coach, you'll take that. Broncos played really good defense there. Just was able to get a bunny there at the end, but that was a good defensive possession by the Broncos.
Wide open lane, blocking foul called. There's Byer who missed on the end of the Broncos. Now Morning went coast to coast, and he'll be at the line to shoot 2. They'll call the foul. They're going to call that on Eli Hedrick. That's his second. Broncos' second of the second quarter. Morning, the junior guard again. Was a really surprising piece. He's, of course, this Ottawa district, they're athletes all around, and that's something that I've always admired about this program, is that a lot of these kids will play 3 sports and be really talented at all 3 of them in a certain fashion. And you saw the football team last year had a solid run with Hayden Hull as their quarterback. Broncos bested the Cyclones in that game. Here's McCullough, the drive, trying to throw it in. Scramble on the floor, picked up by Spring Hill. Brennan Dubert off the bench. Barnett over to Harris, so it's a fresh look minus Jackson Bruce, who has it here.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Coach Bouchard highlighted to us when we visited with him, was the depth and the parity on this Broncos team. He's trying to find some minutes for these guys that are qualified and capable of being out there. So
Bruce fadeaway jumper, no good. A nice chase down rebound by Sam Harris. Bruce tries again, and he's got it. You just cannot deny Jackson Bruce. Another 2 points for the junior. Keeping the lead up to 5 for Spring Hill. Less than a minute and a half to play. Morning, he'll try and drive in again, and he's fouled once again, and he'll go to the line for 2 more shots. Call the foul. It's on Jackson Bruce. That's the first on Bruce. Broncos pick up their 3rd team foul of the quarter. Morning to the line for 2 more shots. They make the first one. Jace Morning. Coach McCullough loves to let him be himself and be a guard that's not afraid to back down. This is the second one. It'll be scooped up by Jackson Bruce. McAvoy, the hot hand. He'll try his luck again. That one just off. Jackson Bruce trying to go for the rebound, and they're going to say it's going to stay with Spring Hill. Okay.
Well, we'll take it. From my vantage point, I'm not sure that was accurate. But.
So they must have thought that could have been Askins Dietrich that may have had the last hand on it. So they'll stay with the Broncos. Inbound to Bruce. There's having to stop his dribble. Now back up for Bruce up top. Trying to work his magic on Blaine. Barnett in the corner for McAvoy. Now back to Bruce. Hop step. The fadeaway jumper, no good. It was tipped around. Here comes Hull. The chase down rebound and the finger roll to secure the bucket for the Cyclones. Shot clock is off, 30 seconds.
Boy, he got that ball like he was shot out of a cannon. I thought we had 2 guys there. I thought, gosh, surely we got this possession.
That's the speed.
No, we did not.
That's the speed that Hayden Hull possesses, and he's dangerous with that speed. Been such a fun athlete to watch in his high school career. Clock down to 7 seconds. Bruce on the floor, throws it up for McAvoy, trying to go for Mikey back. Hull takes it away. DP for Morning. Just left it short, and we go to the half. A contested ball game here on Spring Hill Sports Live. The Broncos just lead it by 2, 27-25. It's our Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services halftime show. We'll give you a calendar update here around Spring Hill, give you the stats, and look forward to what's coming up next here on the second half here on your home of Bronco basketball. Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics. Back after this.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Both my older sons have come through Strody Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strody for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, time for a halftime show. And of course, our halftime show has been brought to you by Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call at 913-592-2336. And this will be our calendar updates for Bronco athletics. Of course, the Bronco boys lead the Cyclones 27-25 at the halftime. And as you see the Bronco girls warming up, they will play after the conclusion of the boys matchup. A very exciting matchup for both these squads. In terms of wrestling currently, Bronco boys have a varsity duel at Lansing High School, though unfortunately the girls varsity tournament has been canceled at Lansing. We'll take a look at the next dates for wrestling. It'll be the Bobcat Classic on Tuesday, it'll be a duel against Baser Linwood on January 13th for the boys. And then we take a look at the girls wrestling schedule. That'll be on Tuesday, January 27th. They'll also have an event with the Baser Linwood Bobcats. So 2 duels at Baser coming up for the Bronco wrestling programs. That's our Spring Hill sports calendar updates. We'll step aside for another brief commercial break. When we come back, Curtis and I will break down the stats from the first half here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services halftime show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Brendan Bull and Curtis Kaiser, Caden Carbajo back here with you. Only 3 Broncos in the scoring column. Jackson Bruce with 10, Peyton McAvoy with 9, all on triples. Grant Gebhardt's with 8, and Jackson Bruce ties the game high with Hayden Holt, who has 10 for the Cyclones. 7 points for Aiden McCullough, 4 points for Jace Morning, and then 2 apiece for Haskins Dietrich and Gavin Seaton. And again, the score, Broncos 27, Cyclones 25. And Curtis, your kind of initial thoughts in that first half?
Well, I think the Broncos offensively shot a decent percentage from 3. I think if we can continue that, good things will happen. And defensively, I think we did an exceptional job the second quarter on Aiden McCullough. He's too good of a player to only score 2 points in a quarter, so I expect him to come out here in the third quarter and be a little bit more aggressive.
And what's going to be your key for the Broncos to keeping this lead and winning this game?
Well, if we can keep Aiden McCullough to have 2 points per quarter, I like our chances. No, I think just continuing to shoot with confidence as we did in the first half there, and then defensively just continue doing what we're doing. Again, you know, they had Hayden Hall, the only scorer in double figures for them, but I think your focus has to remain on Aiden McCullough if you want to win this game, because I think he's going to come out and show his prowess, shall we say.
And that's your key to the second half, presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to support our community and shop local. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. Broncos will get the ball to start off the third quarter, and T-shirts are being flown into the fan section.
Let's come and never throw them towards the announcers. Like broadcasters should get some love, right? Where's our shirts?
I want a T-shirt.
Clay, if you're listening, we want some Broncos swag.
Especially me rocking the only pullover I've got right now in Spring Hill fashion. Me and my closet's decked full of Central Missouri gear, so why not add on? Here's a 3 on the way in the early going for Gebhardt. That one won't go. Bruce the rebound, second chance effort, no good. Hayden Holt has secured the rebound for the Cyclones. Here they come for their first offensive possession. It's McCullough on the drive. He's double teamed. He'll throw it up. It won't go, and Bruce manages to get the rebound off of McCullough's head. Quite a way to get a rebound, but it's one the Broncos desperately need not to allow the Cyclones any second chances.
And as I expected, 34 went to the hoop. I kind of thought that was going to be the start of the third quarter here. We'll hope we can keep him under wraps.
Hedrick trying to force it in, Morning the steal, and the layup to tie the game at 27 apiece. Cyclones strike first in the third quarter. This is a Bronco team that wants to limit turnovers. They did win the turnover battle 6-10 against the Bulldogs last time out. And the shot from Gebhardt's no good. More hold the rebound for the Cyclones. For the lead, yes, Aiden McCullough. A quick 5-0 run to start off for the Cyclones. They're back in front for the first time since the first half. That early going of the first quarter. Miller under pressure in the baseline. That's snatched right up by Trey Spencer. Cyclones will push the pace. Morning in the corner. Seaton a 3. That one can't knock it down. McCullough the rebound. Force it up to Seaton again. He's fouled. Count the bucket in. One more coming up at the line. An early 7-0 run. The Cyclones can make it 8 with this free throw coming up for Gavin Seaton. And this is where Coach Bouchard will empty the bench. Next 5 up for the Broncos. Gavin Seaton, one more attempt at the line. It's the lineup of Dotson, Harris, Mikey Beck, Henry Barnett, and Peyton McAvoy. They'll try and look for him to get going back in the third quarter. 9 points all off of 3-pointers. Seaton completes the 3-point play. And the Cyclones have a 33-27 lead. Dotson with the dead ball for McAvoy. Swing it around for Mikey Beck. Beautiful find. Dotson to the corner, skipped around. Barnett a 3 on the wing, and he's got it. Henry Barnett, when he gets going, he can knock him down in bunches. Broncos will go with a full court set. They only trail by 3. They can get themselves back in this ball game. That 3 was huge. Their first bucket of the third quarter. Took him close to 2.5 minutes to secure that one, Curtis.
Yeah, he's absolutely capable of that. He transferred in from Shawnee Mission East, I believe, and out of the Emporia tournament, he was averaging 10 points a game, so he's certainly a capable scorer.
Spencer missed 3, but Hayden Hull not boxed out. He collects the rebound and 2 more points for the Cyclones to extend their lead to 5, their largest lead of the evening. Give and go to Dotson. Barnett will drive from the corner, forced to Dotson. 2 on the way for Harris. It's good. Broncos a quick 5 points to get themselves in the scoring column here in the third quarter. They'll have to do it down 3 again. Warning the screen from Spencer, now forced in the corner. Right back from McCullough now is Morning. Skip pass to Seaton. Beautiful find for Spencer, poked away by Harris. McAvoy the one with the basketball. And they'll push it to, this is Barnett on the drive. That one just a bit off. Rebound, Hayden Hull pushes it up for Seaton, one-on-one with Beck. But it's going to be Gavin Seaton, the man for the Cyclones in the third quarter. Quick 5 points for Gavin Seaton in the third quarter. Barnett will try his luck from 3. That one tipped away by Hull. Here's Morning. Poked away by McAvoy, but they're going to say McAvoy was out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Cyclones. Spencer to check out and Aaron Blaine, to check in.
That was a great defensive play there by McAvoy to swat that away, even though he wasn't able to save the possession. He saved 2 points anyway.
A beautiful reaction, active hands from Mason Dotson. Been quite a special athlete since he was a freshman. On the football team, he's produced a lot of big moments, especially in his sophomore campaign and his first year being on the varsity basketball squad. McCullough the fake, step back 3 on the way, no good off the back iron. But they'll call a foul on the Broncos for a push in the back. They'll call it on Peyton McAvoy. That's his first. The Broncos already second team foul in the third quarter. Be Jace Morning to inbound. Quick find for Hull, who just throws it up. That one tipped around, and Hull secures the rebound. Cyclones still with it. McCullough trying to drive, forced a dead ball. Now for Seaton in the corner. And the beautiful finish by Aaron Blaine. And the Cyclones seem to can't miss in the third quarter. Fought for the lead right back, and they're going to try and keep it. Their largest lead is 7 on the Broncos. Dotson, contested look down low. And the Cyclones will chase down the rebound after the Broncos had it for an initial moment. It's McCullough across the timeline. He'll try and drive, and Barnett's going to be called for a foul on the floor. And the Broncos already up to 3 team fouls, and Coach Bouchard will empty the bench once again.
Probably a good foul there by Barnett, though. He was clearly going to get to the rim and get what he wanted there. So being that it's not a shooting foul, it's hopefully we can stop on this possession here.
Give right back to Morning. Now for Blaine. Morning once again. They'll call the play. 2:45 to play here in quarter number 3. The Cyclones team loves to set up the offense when they can, especially off those inbound plays. They'll like to slow the tempo. They're going to give it to guess who? McCullough fights through contact. Oh man, what a tough finish for Aiden McCullough. It's the largest lead for the Cyclones, up to 9, 41-32. The Broncos need a bucket. Just any sort of bucket they can find. Especially that new starting 5 in. Hedrick open on the baseline. Gebhards for Bayer. Now it's Miller. Wanted to try and finish down low. Forced to a hop step. Gets it back here in the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Miller to the corner. Gebhards has to get it off in time. No good. Second chance attempt for, that was Bruce. No good. Bayer almost had it. They're going to say it's off the Cyclones on the third chase down for that rebound. So the Broncos will have an opportunity to inbound. Shot clock resets to 31 seconds.
Yeah, Broncos just a little out of sorts here offensively. Got to get back to having some consistency here.
Hedrick gets it off in time. They'll get it back here in the corner. Bruce, deep 3 on the way, off the front iron. Rebound for Aaron Blaine. Hayden Hole across half court. Beautiful find on the run. McCullough's fouled. He's got a chance at one more. And the Cyclones, it's been the third quarter for them. And the lead that the Broncos once had slowly starting to get out of hand and favoring the Cyclones here. McCullough at the line to finish the 3-point play here. Misses off the front iron, and the ball is batted to Jordan Miller. Largest lead of 11 tonight for the Cyclones. That's the game high lead as well. Broncos only had a lead as large as 7 points. Bruce wanted a pull-up jumper inside. That one will just miss the mark. Miller to guard Morning close by. The Cyclone fans wanted a push. Play will continue. The floater no good from Morning on the offensive end. Jordan Miller to push it across the floor. Miller, the drive. Throws it up, no good. Now here come the Cyclones the other way. And this team loves to go quick in transition. Going at their own pace here. And McCullough hits the deck. Blaine, the drive from the corner, no good. McCullough chases down the rebound. Shot clock off. Morning, a 3. That one off the back iron. A third chance now. Hole is fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming out for the Cyclones. The Cyclones were allowed a second and even a third chance there. It's going to be Hayden Hole to the line for 2 shots. And this Broncos team is only able to muster just 5 points in that third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, so far, Curtis.
Yeah, like I said, the first half we shot a pretty good percentage there, and I was hopeful we could continue that, but it's not been the case here so far. And the law of averages catches up to you. If you don't get an offensive rebound and continue to let Ottawa get offensive rebounds, eventually something bad's going to happen for the Broncos.
You can't let the momentum shift towards the side of the Cyclones because they will make you pay, and certainly it's swung that way so far. We'll say last off the Cyclones, and Broncos will have the basketball. Shot clock off with 24 seconds to play here in the quarter. We'll see if the Broncos will hold on for the last shot here. They might want to try and score a basket just to give themselves a bit of a cushion headed to the quarter. Gebhards for Bruce. Wants to do it himself. Gebhards, the 3. Got it to beat the buzzer.
Big shot.
And Coach McCullough did not like that defensive effort from the Cyclones as the Broncos beat the buzzer and come into the fourth quarter just trailing by 9. 8 more minutes left to decide this first ball game here. Who takes it home? You'll have to find out after we'll step aside here for a quick break here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Back here in the fourth quarter to start things off here on Spring Hill Sports Live. A 19-point third quarter for the Cyclones, and they'll continue their scoring in the second half. To the free throw line once more goes Gavin Seaton. Had plenty of trips in the third quarter, and he'll start off the fourth quarter with 2 free throws after he was fouled on the shot. And this is kind of a trend we saw against the Bulldogs. The Broncos are only able to muster 16 points in the fourth quarter to Baldwin's 20, but Baldwin is a steady 2-digit scoring team every quarter. The Broncos only able to muster 9 in that first quarter and 6 in the second before they were able to turn 13-point and 16-point quarters in the second half together. So Broncos, who look to be a high-powered scoring team to start off, cooled off just a tad in the third quarter, but here's Jackson Bruce to put the Broncos back in a groove here to start the fourth quarter.
Good ball movement there, that possession by the Broncos, and it seemed like that third quarter we had a bit of a hot potato syndrome. Didn't know for sure, weren't shooting the ball with confidence, but so far in the fourth quarter it's looking more like the first half.
Aiden Holt tries his luck from the corner, just misses off the front of the off the side of the iron. Broncos will have possession here. Broncos, when they move the ball, they've been very successful. We've been waiting on an Eli Hendrick 3, and we've got one. Cuts the lead to 4 for the Cyclones, and the Broncos are ready here. All the energy is swung back into this gym.
Brooks Byers says if you're going to shoot it, you're going to have to go through me. Good defense there.
Warning wanted to drive net. He'll do so with the left. Oh, what a finish from Jace Morning. He's been the X factor for the Cyclones. If it's not been McCullough, it's been Jace Morning. And especially when you factor in Gavin Seaton with the phenomenal second half he's had. Broncos will look for a way to respond right back here. This is Bruce now back for Gebhardt. Bruce swings it to Miller. He'll drive baseline. 3 on the way for Hedrick. Just off the side of the iron. It'll be Hayden Hole to win the rebound. And here come the speed of the Cyclones. Spencer. He's denied from behind, but he'll get the second chance. Beautiful job by Miller to try and chase down Trey Spencer. But the Cyclones extend their lead back to 8. And Coach Bouchard will send Peyton McAvoy to the scorer's table. Gebhardt, a 3 on the way, no good. McCullough had it stripped away. Bruce wants a 3. That one won't go either. Broncos will have a third chance here. Beautiful rebounding by the Broncos. No quit in this team. Gebhardt, a 3 from the top. He's got it. Huge 3 from Grant Gebhardt as the Broncos will call a timeout here as we'll take one with them. Broncos cut the lead to 5, but we've got 5 more minutes to decide this ball game here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a game on our hands.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, and it's been quite the fourth quarter, let me tell you. The Broncos and Cyclones going back and forth so far. Cyclones, again, that 5-point lead they have right now, but Broncos no quit in this squad. We saw it all last year. Fire trying to strip away McCullough. He'll go to the rack, and he's got it. Fire trying to pickpocket McCullough, but then all it did was just open a lane. He's got more points on his stat sheet tonight. McAvoy, the fake, gives it off to Bruce. Try and look for an opportunity here. McAvoy thought about it. He'll pull up from inside and take it two. That one just rims out. Bruce the rebound, and the putback is good for Jackson Bruce. Broncos cut it back to just 5. McCullough, he was open, drives, it's pickpocketed and stolen away by the Broncos. It's Jackson Bruce. Hedrick drives in on McCullough. That one just rims out. Rebound, Aaron Blaine. Cyclones across the timeline with a bit of moderate tempo. Hole had that one stolen away. That one swiped by Hedrick. Broncos will slow it up here. It's a 5-point deficit, but plenty of time to come back here. Byer down low. He'll go to work on Blaine. Spins. Forced a dead ball. Gebhardt's right near the baseline. Had to force it out. Broncos still with possession. Shot clock down to 10 for Jackson Bruce. Spins. Fadeaway jumper. He's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for the junior, who's got ice in his veins so far in this ball game. Gavin Seaton will be called for his first foul of the evening. Jackson Bruce to shoot 2 free throws. Bruce, 33% free throw shooter so far this season. And this has been kind of a point that Coach Bouchard mentioned he really wants his team to work on, is making the free throws count. When you look at last game, the Broncos made only 9 of their 13 free throws attempted. Baldwin had 16 made of their 18 attempted.
Yeah, Leo Schoenberger took us to the cleaners from the free throw line.
Jackson Bruce knocks down the second 3-point ball game. 1 possession separates these two squads. Broncos with a full court press. Skipped across to McCullough. He'll hold up here. Time is on the side of the Cyclones, but not the differential in points. McCullough one-on-one with Miller guarding close by. Forces it to Morning. Spinning, Mikey Pick, the big steal, and Miller to pick up the basketball. Miller trying to go for Jackson Bruce, somehow saves it before going to the student section.
Well, that's a tough catch.
Miller, wide open lane, and he's got it to roll in. 1-point ball game now between the Cyclones and the Broncos, and Askins Dietrich trying to force a pass to the other side for McCullough. Broncos again with another steal in the basketball.
That was an ill-advised pass there. You can see the Ottawa coach is going to make a change here. Next dead ball.
It'll be Hayden Hole. They want to get his speed back in. Uses his athleticism to make a big difference. 3 on the way for the lead. That one just off the side of the rim. Harris is ripped down. He wants a foul. And that one is off the glass as that was Blaine, I believe, the one trying to throw it back in, but has it off the glass. Broncos will stay with the basketball on the inbound play. And
a lot of contact there on Sam Harris. He was advocating for a foul, and I tend to agree. Looked like a whole lot of contact there. But
we get it to Jackson Bruce. Shot clock resets. Try and run a play for just a simple basket. Miller will try and drive in, and he's fouled. It's Gavin Seaton picking up his second. And another play into the basket for the Broncos coming up. What could be this is a huge possession. And the sound of my voice is kind of understating how huge a possession this is. Oh, what a lob from Jordan Miller to Jackson Bruce, and the Broncos back in front by just one. And a foul on Jordan Miller, not happy about that. Seaton trying to dribble along the sideline, but just enough contact for the referee to see it, and Coach Clifton McCullough will call a timeout to recollect his group as the Broncos steal the lead right back for the first time since the second quarter. They took the lead away from the Cyclones. 51-50, less than 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2015. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Back into the timeout called by the Cyclones. Coach McCullough having to regroup his men. Had a lead as large as 11 points. It's now suddenly fallen back to a 1-point deficit after it looked to be all Cyclones in the third quarter, but it certainly had to be that late three from the Broncos to shift the tide back in their favor. Student section's fired up. So are all the parents here on both sides of the floor. It's been an energetic gym so far here in this late fourth quarter.
Going
to call a foul. They're going to call it on the floor. They're going to call this one on Sam Harris. It's his second. Inbound play be set up by Jace Morning. Coach McCullough will throw a towel to wipe the wet spot on the floor. And Coach McCullough and I are matching shoes, actually, funny enough.
I didn't get the memo.
What's called the Panda Dunks.
Oh.
Popular shoe for the past 2 years. Kind of went down in popularity, but still, it's a shoe that goes with about everything. Seaton throws it up, and he's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for Gavin Seaton. That one going to be called on Grant Gebhards. Gebhards will pick up his second foul. Byer and McAvoy will check in for the Broncos as Seaton misses the first free throw. Mikey Beck checks off along with Sam Harris. Byer will go to the low block with Jordan Miller. Blaine and McCullough in the middle for the Cyclones. Seaton to shoot his second free throw. Misses that one as well. Was poked away out of the hands of Jackson Bruce, and Brooks Byer having to swipe it away to keep the possession with the Broncos. It's their ball, less than a minute and a half to play in this game. A bucket could surely put some pressure on the Cyclones here. Gebhardt's hit the floor in the back distance. McAvoy was in the corner for Byer. Thought about the three.
Hey, that one fly against Baldwin.
McAvoy will let it fly. He sinks it! 4-point lead for the Broncos as Coach Bouchard will call a timeout. Oh man, Peyton McAvoy, ice in his veins. Broncos the lead, 1:04 to play here in the ball game. Back after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and
Peyton McAvoy, who had the hot hand in the second quarter, is going to continue his hot hand here in the fourth quarter. A big three-pointer to put the Broncos up 4 and force the Cyclones into scoring mode here with 1:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. And Curtis, that's such a huge shot right there.
Well, you can't, you want to talk about poise for the Broncos for here. You know, you get down by 11 against a good Ottawa team. They could have easily packed it in and not fought back, and look what we've come out with here. So it's exciting here. Let's see what, with a little token pressure here, see if we can cause a turnover. Certainly try to slow down their offense and see if we can pull it out here in the end.
Broncos went to a full court press. Cyclones will break it. It's Morning now for McCullough. He'll look to drive in, and he was forced into a triple team. Mikey Beck steals it away for the Broncos, and now the Cyclones will have to go to a full court press of their own. Jackson Bruce gives it to Gebhardt's break in the press. Back for Jackson Bruce, and the Cyclones are going to have to foul. And Coach McCullough not happy with his squad. Trying to get his team to intentionally foul sooner, but it comes at 31.6 seconds. Hedrick and McAvoy check in. Mikey Beck and Sam Harris off.
Offense, defense substitutions there, and then Ottawa's got another foul here to give before we get into the 2 shots.
They'll go cross court for Hedrick. Gavin Seaton close by guarding. Broncos will try and play keep away. Hayden Hole will foul. Broncos tick more time off the clock. 25.7 seconds now.
Yeah, a lot of time off the clock there. I'm not sure that's what Coach wanted. I know they want to try to get a steal, but time is of the essence here for the Ottawa Cyclones.
Broncos will have an inbound play now. See how much more time they can get off, but Hedrick throws it right to McCullough. Not what the doctor ordered for the Broncos. Hole a 3 to cut the lead. Downey's got it. And Coach McCullough quick to call a timeout as we're down to a 1-point game. And Coach Bouchard not the happiest, as we'll stay here in this timeout to kind of give you a taste at what's coming up for this Broncos side. 18.2 seconds left to play in this game. Cyclones a huge 3 from Hayden Hall, who seems to have been a factor. Had 10 points going into the half and has been a steady shooter for the Cyclones. What a shot for Hayden Hall to cut the lead to just 1.
Yeah, I'd like to, when he cut that, I thought maybe he traveled with it because he bobbled it, but maybe they're saying he didn't have possession there. But yeah, you know, that's what players do, right? When you have the pedigree that he does, is get the man the ball, he makes big shots, he's done it for him all game. So got an exciting finish here. Broncos leading by 1 with 18.2 to go.
And you can imagine the Cyclones are going to go to a full court press and try and foul as quickly as they can. One more foul will send the Broncos to the free throw line, but also the Broncos cannot really foul either, as they also have 4 team fouls. And they could send the Cyclones to the free throw line, especially when it comes to a situation where the Cyclones are shooting a deep distance shot, and it could be a 3-point or a 3-shot free throw attempts for Ottawa.
Yeah, I would expect Ottawa to kind of play this out here and go for the steal, and if they can't get it, well, I was proven vastly wrong.
Jackson Bruce is taken to the floor as it's going to be a foul. I believe that was Jace Morning, the one who picks that one up. So 2 free throws coming up for Jackson Bruce. And to confirm, we'll confer to the table, or it's on Hayden Hole.
I don't know about that. He was
okay. So they might change it. It was definitely on Morning, and it is. Yeah, so they'll change it. Morning picks up his second. Bruce makes his first free throw. Defensive substitutions in, and Harris and Mikey Beck.
See, Jace Morning was on the floor, so glad they got that one straightened out.
Bruce makes the second. Huge free throw is made, and Coach Bouchard will call a 30-second timeout that we'll take with him. 56-53, 17 and a half seconds left to decide this one. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back after this. Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. 2 free throws made by Jackson Bruce to put the Broncos back up to a 3-point lead. Cyclones will inbound. This is Hayden Hole. Broncos again have just 1 foul to give before they send, or they don't have any fouls to give really before they send the Cyclones to the free throw line on any shot. Morning a 3. Oh wow, what a shot from Jace Morning.
Tough shot.
We're all tied up at 56. 10 and a half seconds to go. And it's a tie ball game. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Yeah, if you look at that, it looked like Jordan Miller was trying to foul before he even got to the 3-point line. He reached out, he grabbed him, but he didn't make enough contact to warrant the whistle, I guess. But it looks like the instructions in the huddle might have been, hey, let's foul before they give him a chance to get a 3 up, and unfortunately we didn't get that done. So tough shot there.
So we'll stay here on this timeout break. That was a spur of the moment. I've got to get this off and be the man, and Jace Morning has been the man today for the Cyclones. 10 and a half seconds. Broncos basketball on the inbound.
Well, the Broncos, we got a ton of time, 10 and a half seconds. Got to go the full length of the floor. You got 5 shooters on the floor. Coach wanted to see what they were going to line up defensively, take a timeout here and maybe readjust, and we'll see what he calls here.
And we'll take this timeout with him as the Broncos scheme up what could be the final play of this game. 56-all. This game will be wrapped up here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see the conclusion of this after a word from our sponsor. Coach Bouchard giving the final instructions to his guys. One of these guys will have to take a huge shot to potentially win this game for the Broncos, or it could be an overtime ball game here at 7:13 in the evening. The girls awaiting in the corridor.
Yeah, you got it. When you draw up a play like this, you're thinking option 1, option 2, potentially option 3, and you got to think that.
Here we go. It's Miller down the floor. Wide open room, and he's got it! Left him wide open. Morning, the heave. Oh, just off the side of the glass. Ice in his veins. Jordan Miller wins it for Spring Hill in the final seconds, 58-56.
He fooled the defense there. They thought he was going to do a dribble handoff, and he just simply kept it like it. You know, that's a quarterback move. You got to hand the ball off, you got to keep it. That was an option play. He kept it and got himself an easy bucket. Great call, great execution there by the Broncos.
The Broncos survive and escape with a win here at home to open up the 2026 part of the campaign in their schedule. 58-56. Broncos are winners here inside their own gymnasium. We'll step aside for just a brief moment. When we come back, our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. The Bronco boys are winners.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Back here on our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott has served area communities for decades. When you're out traveling to your next big event, be sure to look for an Elliott Insurance location near you. Visit them online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. 58-56, the final score of the boys' game. And Curtis, with just seconds left, Jordan Miller faked out the entire defense and had a wide open lane to finger roll the much needed points to put this one away for the Broncos in the final seconds. How about it?
Yeah, it's an exciting way to end the game there, certainly, and it's what I said there at the end of the third quarter. I think is exactly what happened. Coach gave him an option play. If you could do a dribble handoff there, but if they give you a lane, take it. And the Ottawa defense just simply thought he was doing a handoff because Jordan is known for his defensive prowess, but tonight made a big shot at the end there to win the game. So great decision, great call by Coach Bouchard, great execution by Jordan Miller, and good to see the Broncos get a big win.
58-56 again, our final score. We'll step aside again once more. Actually, before we do that, Curtis, who's your player of the game? I feel like I have a kind of a hunch on who I feel like you're going to pick, but who's your player of the game?
It's got to be Jackson Bruce. He had a lull there in the third quarter, but had a great fourth quarter. We'll talk a little bit more about that, the statistics here, but I got to give the nod to Jackson Bruce. Had a great night for the Broncos.
Jackson Bruce, player of the game, but Jordan Miller, the man with the plan to seal off the win for the Broncos here, as we'll step aside again once more as we'll bring you our pregame show once again, presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, as we'll look into this girls basketball matchup between the Broncos and the Lady Cyclones, who come into the rankings. We'll have that one previewed for you next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Getting all set up here for game number 2 of our doubleheader here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics. Strody Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strody and the staff of Strody Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. Location at Spring Hill, Lathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodyOrtho.com. Headed straight into our pregame show presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at ComfortDesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Caden Carbajo, Curtis Kaiser, Brendan Bullen back here with you for game number 2 of our doubleheader between the Lady Broncos, who come into this one 3-3, 1-2 in the Frontier League play, picking up their first win in Frontier League play against the Baldwin Bulldogs before went to break 56-42. And kind of looking into that game, Curtis, it was a huge game for Isla Herman, who scored 21 points, and that was the third game this season with 20 or more points.
Yeah, that seems to be what Isla Herman does. She's we always talk about the de facto number 1, who's the dog you can go to get a bucket when you need it, and she's been that for the Lady Broncos this year certainly. And looking for another big game from her. It's going to come down for the Ottawa Cyclones. Leah Askins-Dietrich is a phenomenal basketball player. So defensively, the Broncos are going to have to try to lock her down. But looking forward to another good matchup here on the girls' side.
And we take a look at the Cyclones team who come into this one 6-0, 3-0 in Frontier League play. Just recently ranked number 5 in the 4A girls rankings that was selected and voted on by the KBCA, or the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. This Cyclones team is no joke, although they did graduate plenty, or a good amount last year. They don't lose very much, and it all starts with Leah Askins-Dietrich, the 2025 second team All-Frontier and second team All-State last year, along with first team All-Frontier League, averaging 24 points per game. Incredible number for any player, especially when she's only just a junior. She's got one more year coming up. So for Leah Askins-Dietrich to be so dominant this year, coming off an injury she suffered against us in Ottawa especially, we didn't see Askins-Dietrich for the game against Spring Hill here at home on senior night. So this is going to be a different story for the Broncos, as we'll have starting lineups and opening tip-off coming up next after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live as the starting lineups finishing up being announced. We'll take a look at them now, starting with the Lady Cyclones. At guard, a 5'3" sophomore Natalie Price. Another guard, a 5'5" sophomore Kirby Evans. Leah Askins-Dietrich, the junior guard, will be alongside the forwards of 5'8" senior Ainsley Michael and 6'1" senior Dylan Nichols. And for the Broncos, Aubrey Meter, Kylan Herman, Isla Herman, Isabel Harris, and Addie McConnell making a start for the Lady Broncos, which big congrats to her. And when Coach Tuttle was talking with me, she speaks so highly of Addie McConnell, and she's really been such a fun player to watch grow and develop in this system. It's time for our Dan the Taylor Man opening tip-off here. Isabel Harris, Dylan Nichols in the center circle. And the tip will be won by the Broncos. Away we go. Meter, pull up 2 off the bat, and she's got it. First points of the game go to the Broncos. And when I asked Coach Tuttle what the key tonight was, it's just force anybody but Leah Askins-Dietrich to score.
Yeah, if you've never seen Leah play, you're in for a treat. She's a solid basketball player. Battled injuries both years so far, but we're hoping she can stay healthy this year, but really good basketball player.
And she will be fouled on the drive inside. They're going to call it on Isabel Harris. That's her first. Isabel Harris, a scrappy senior, committed to be a rower at Kansas State University. Go Cats, by the way.
If you say so. Yeah, Isabel's been a steady player her entire career. She's improved every year, which is, what you want to see, and she's getting the starts here on her seniors. So exciting time for her.
Here's Askins Dietrich with the quick triple to put the Cyclones up in front by just one. McConnell under some pressure. She'll be double teamed into a trap, and Askins Dietrich will rip it away. And Cyclones head coach Matt Schurman excited about that one. The Spring Hill native in his 7th season leading the Cyclones.
Yeah, I think Coach Tuttle is going to have to get Addie McConnell some help bringing the ball up the court here if they're going to double team her there at half court.
And a big steal trying to go for Askins Dietrich. It's Isla Herman, hop step, and she's fouled on the way up. They're going to give Askins Dietrich a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Isla Herman, the standout senior guard now. The commit to Missouri Valley University, head of the Heart of America Conference in the NAIA. And Herman will miss the first one. 2-time All-League mention, was an All-State honorable mention last year alongside her counterpart Sydney Busher. And Herman will make the second attempt, 1 of 2 at the line. We're all knotted up at 3 in the early going. Here's Natalie Price, the sophomore guard that's been so talented for the Cyclones. Her and Askins Dietrich make an exciting combo. Here's Dietrich here. That one just hits off the front of the rim. Rebound, Kylan Herman, the freshman. She'll slow it up and give it off to Isla. Here's Meter, trying to go in on Price. Spins, throws it up, and it falls down for Aubrey Meter. And this was a theme for her last year, if I remember, that she just always had a knack for throwing whatever she could up, and 9 times out of 10 it was going to go in for Aubrey Meter.
Well, she felt the contact there, and so she threw it up, tried to get the foul and maybe get the free throws, and didn't get the foul, but was fortunate enough to get the bucket.
Meter down the floor for Kylan Herman. Deep throw for Addie McConnell. McConnell saw a bit of playing time last year, kind of towards the second half of the season. Got some minutes against Lansing where she had 5 points against the Lions in that opening playoff game. Kylan Herman, a 3 from the corner, just left it short. Rebound, McConnell still fighting for it, and she's going to be fouled underneath. Dylan Nichols wanted a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Broncos underneath the basket. Aubrey Meter will be the one to inbound. And the Broncos will go to the bench early. London Cheatham, the freshman, will check in. Herman, the catch and shoot. Pass in, no good. Rebound goes to Natalie Price, and she'll go across the timeline in transition for the Cyclones. Slices right through the defense and to the rack. Ottawa maintaining the steady pace of the Broncos. Here's Kylan Herman. Forced into a double team. Meter wide open for 3. That one won't go. Kylan tips it to Isla. It's Meter with it now. She'll drive in on, that's Ainsley Michael, and Meter will collect a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Meter as Michael will pick up the team's 3rd foul, her first of the game. There's Aubrey Meter, 64% from the line this season, knocks down her first. The only double-digit scorer besides Isla Herman, as Meter comes into this one averaging close to 11 points per game this season. As competitive as they come, Coach Tuttle remarked to me, saying how she makes this team better because of her competitiveness and practice.
Always brings it every night. Good hustle play. Sports in Kansas actually had a feature on her, just where she was diving on the floor saying things you can't coach, just effort.
Yeah, Askins Dietrich will go for a three-point play here as she was fouled on the way up by Aubrey Meter. What a story that Askins Dietrich has been. Again, I mentioned that scoring margin, averaging 24 points per game. One of the best scoring averages in the state of Kansas. Across any level, I must mention. Nichols bets that one away. It's scooped up by Ainsley Michael. They're going to try and push the pace again to Askins Dietrich. It's scooped up by Herman. And it's a pinball effect as nobody can maintain possession. Natalie Price in transition gets the baskets on the layup. And the sophomore Natalie Price, who was an all-league honorable mention last season, another double-digit scorer for the Cyclones, coming in averaging 12 a game. Puts the Cyclones up by 3 in the early part of the game, and now another turnover for the Broncos. Askins Dietrich, pull-up jumper inside. The Broncos thought she was going to try and drive in, but Leah Askins Dietrich will take the easy two with some space.
Yeah, Leah can score at all 3 levels. If you're going to give her a little 10-foot jump shot, she's going to just take that with ease.
Oh, what a trip to the rim that was for Isla Herman. Euro stepped right through the lane and puts the Broncos just within 3 once more. Broncos team that gives up 49 a game. And they'll find Dylan Nichols down low. As much as Ottawa is really talented guards, they have the talented senior forwards in Dylan Nichols and Ainsley Michael. They'll call a jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Broncos.
You probably heard me say this before. I despised that call. Back in the day, you had to earn that jump ball. It wasn't just a half a second shared possession. Pretty quick whistle.
Substitutions for both teams, and for the Broncos, it's Addie McConnell back in, and for the first time tonight, it's Mason Brackett, the 6'2 junior. Herman, fadeaway jumper over Natalie Price. Oh, what a bucket for Isla Herman. And Isla is filling out the scoring sheet for Curtis on my side.
Keeps me busy.
And so is the one with the basketball in her hand, Leah Askins Dietrich. Nichols down low, had that one stolen away. It's scooped up by Mason Brackett. Cheesem stops her dribble, back for Brackett. Herman to meet her in the corner for a 3. That one just over the mark. And a big rebound by Addie McConnell. Herman, beautiful move, just left that one a bit too large. And Turner trying to get the rebound, and Mason Brackett scoops it up. Meter, beautiful drive in.
It's a great fake by Aubrey. Got the defense to hesitate. Got an open lane.
Meter read that one perfectly. It's Isla Herman one-on-one with Price to the basket. Oh, what a move by Isla Herman. And the Broncos in front by 1. It's going to force Coach Sherman to call a timeout.
Great defense there by the Broncos. Again, we mentioned that Isla Herman always brings it every night defensively. And an exciting start to the game here.
The active hands have been prevalent for the Broncos. They lead by 1, 2:07 to play in the opening quarter. Back after 30 seconds here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
As a 50th birthday present for myself, I went ahead and chose to get myself braces. I had braces when I was a kid, and I had not done the whole retainer routine that I was supposed to, and my teeth had gotten out of whack. So Strody Orthodontics was highly recommended to me. I came down here and immediately was impressed with the professionalness of the staff, as well as just the kindness and the happiness and the joy that's in this office. I knew that this is the place that I wanted to come. It had to be a good place, and this was a good place.
A steal that led to a bucket for Aubrey Meter forces Coach Sherman to use his first timeout with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And it's been a back and forth game so far for both these teams. One with a high-powered offense with a stellar player and counterparts alongside a Broncos team that also has been stellar so far with Isla Herman and a lot of young counterparts that are certainly developing, and a foul inside on the Broncos. Wait to see who they give this one to. It's going to be on London Cheatham. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. Leah Askins Dietrich to the line for 2 shots. And whoever was in the student section trying to make his mark by trying to deter Askins Dietrich, who is a 76% free throw shooter at the line this season, one of the best marks on the team.
Some questionable decisions over there in the student section.
Keely Rodden, the sophomore, checks in for the first time for Spring Hill tonight. Younger sister of Callie Rodden. Of course, was a really decorated 4-year player for the Broncos. Here's a 3 on the way for Meter, no good. Cheatham the rebound and puts it up over Isla Herman. There wasn't really nobody guarding her except her own teammate in Isla Herman, and Cheatham the fadeaway bucket to put the Broncos up by just a point again. And again, we're still going back and forth. Askins Dietrich on the drive, trying to put the hook shot up, and it's no good. Here come the Broncos. Isla Herman, Meter, the fake. Oh, what a beautiful move inside. The Cyclone fan wanted to travel, and they're going to call a push on the Broncos as Alexa Turner fell into the ground.
Hattie McConnell on that, I think. Yeah.
2 subs for Broncos here. Kaylee Schubert in for the first time tonight, and Kylan Herman checks back in. Addie McConnell and London Cheatham, the 2 off.
Not for sure. This might be Kaylee's first action of the season. She's coming back from a knee injury. And makes an impact right away.
Here comes Schubert one-on-one with Nichols, and that's going to be Cyclone basketball. And the Broncos didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, it felt like it might have went off their leg in the defender there, but the referees didn't ask for my opinion.
It looked like Schubert stopped her dribble and then kind of just tried to poke it away, but it was our referees had a better advantage than we do, of course. So Cyclones basketball. Missed shot by Evans, the rebound by Turner. Dietrich down low. Nichols is triple teamed, and she still collects the bucket for the Cyclones. The 6'1" forward making a presence. Deep throw, Rodden to beat the buzzer. She's got it. How about that for a first quarter? 18-17. Broncos lead it after 1. We're through 8 minutes. We've got 8 more till the half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a high-scoring ball game here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Cyclones to start the ball here in the second quarter. For DeBois, Curtis Kaiser, Caden Carbajo back here with you for quarter number 2. In game 2 of our doubleheader, and a big triple from Natalie Price. although it's just a 23% three-point shooter this season, can make a lot of buckets when necessary, and it's been a huge factor for the Cyclones as only just a sophomore.
And it was pretty well defended by Aubrey. She took the fake there and then recovered, but Natalie got the shot up. Natalie got the shot up there. It was a good shot.
Meter's got it from the elbow. Aubrey Meter. The 1-2 punch is in full effect tonight. 21 all here. Just a minute removed in quarter number 2. What's been the difference? The active hands are on the Broncos. Askins Dietrich on the give and go. Just misses that one. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Broncos. Alexa Turner trying to go for the jump. Ainsley Michael checks in for Natalie Price. Broncos will make it across the timeline here, trying to skip it across for McConnell. Askins Dietrich rips it up. Here's Kirby Evans to go on Meter. Nice defense by Aubrey Meter. Isla to Kylan. Beautiful floater from Kylan Herman. Broncos lead by 2. Kirby Evans closely guarded by McConnell. Askins Dietrich. The job of guarding her is given to Kylan Herman. And what a tall task she has.
That's been a theme so far. Every game we've played, Kylan seems to draw that the offensive best player for the other team. And
Dietrich the 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Dylan Nichols. Evans down low. Askins Dietrich again with it. Nichols trying to drive in on Isabel Harris. Won't give in. Dietrich drives in. Foul on the Broncos. 2 free throws coming up for Askins Dietrich. They're going to give it to Addie McConnell. That's her second. And kind of a different trend from last year when the Broncos relied on only just 6 girls in the rotation. It's been a little more deep for Coach Tunnell and her squad this year. Have a lot more faces to rely on, especially a lot of them being so young, but this is kind of the development part of this team. Is you're going to have to get these girls used to tough competition like this when you enter into a whole new world next year in the UKC.
Yep, definitely a youth movement going on here for the Lady Broncos, but they're learning quickly. It's a fun team to watch.
And who better to have leaders like Isla Herman, Aubrey Meter, Kaylee Schubert, it's been in the program for a while, Brooklyn Love especially. Meter has that one ripped away down low. One-on-one, Herman against Askins Dietrich. She's denied, but a foul. That's Isla's first. Broncos' second of the quarter. Askins Dietrich again to the line for 2 shots. So Dietrich has made several trips to the line so far tonight. Askins Dietrich, and this is the first one. Was a steady shooter from the charity stripe in the first quarter. Now all of a sudden, something just does not feel right for Askins Dietrich, but makes up for that with the second made free throw. Back to a tie ball game at 23. Meter has to fade away, and she's fouled. Going to give the foul to Dylan Nichols. That's her second. Cyclones' first foul as a team here in the second quarter. So Aubrey Meter to the line for 2 shots. That one just off the back of the iron, no good. And Meter, one of the best free throw shooters for the Broncos. 64% from the free throw line so far this season. And that one takes 2 bounces off the back of the iron and off, no good. Over 2 trip for Aubrey Meter. That one off the hands of Askins Dietrich, and it'll be scooped up by Aubrey Meter. Herman, why not? Oh, that would have been an insane triple from Isla Herman. It's still with the Broncos. And Coach Tunnel will call a timeout to recollect her group. 5:04 to play in quarter number 2. All knotted up at 23. We'll step aside with the Broncos here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Band's still rocking here inside the gymnasium inside Spring Hill High School. 23 all is a pretty solid crowd on hand. And for amongst us sitting in the Cyclones section, this Cyclones fan base travels really, really well. That's one of the things I also love about Ottawa, is that their community support is impeccable. So off the inbound, it's Isla Herman with the basketball. Drives in on 3 defenders. That one misses. Rebound, Mason Brackett. Isla Amelia's first time checked in tonight for London Cheatham. Herman is open for 3. No good. Mason Brackett the rebound. Her third chance is left a bit short, but they're going to say Dylan Nichols had a foot out of bounds. And the Broncos will stay with the basketball.
Broncos get some extra opportunities here. Just got to be able to capitalize on those.
Well, inbound for Brackett for Isla Amelius. Now Meter. Meter trying to drive in. Fadeaway jumper left a bit long. Alexa Turner fights for the jump ball and gets it. Alexa Turner, that's third time tonight she's had the opportunity to just rip away a jump ball opportunity. This time it's going to be with the Cyclones here. Kirby Evans across the timeline for the Cyclones. Beautiful pass down low, asking Stetrick, and it'll give Dylan Nichols the opportunity for 2 shots at the line. Give the foul to Mason Brackett. What a nice addition Mason Brackett's been for the Broncos this season. Gives some height and kind of a paint presence this season that the Broncos have to kind of find and replace after, graduating Sydney Busher and Callie Rodden especially, which they have several options to go to, but for a true center, Mason Brackett is going to be a good player to just work and develop on, and imagine what she could be like her senior year.
Yeah, absolutely. Talented player. She's also coming back from a knee injury, so she's just trying to get her legs underneath her and get some playing time and see how she develops.
Isla Herman tries again from 3. That one just left off, and nobody touched it, so the Cyclones will have the basketball for themselves up the floor. About halfway removed here in the first half. 23-24 Cyclone lead. Nichols to shoot over Brackett, and she's got it. Big bucket by Dylan Nichols, and the Cyclones extend their lead to 3. Meter, beautiful dribbles inside, and the pull-up jumper inside's good for Aubrey Meter.
That was a nice little crossover, nice little pull-up. Just short of the defense. That's hard to defend.
Nichols, why not from 3? That one off the glass and into the hands of Turner. Throws it up, and the second chance no good for Ottawa. And Cheatham trying to get it to Isla Herman, tosses it away, but then the Cyclones toss it away for the moment. And it's going to be off the Cyclones on the last initial touch. Kirby Evans saying, my bad.
How many times have we seen Aubrey Meter make a hustle play like that tonight? I can think of 4 or 5 already that stick out, and there's probably more than that.
How about in her career? I mean,
yeah,
it's just an endless, it's like a $200 grocery receipt bill.
Love the effort.
That one lost by Cheatham. Here comes Turner. Askins Dietrich, who checks back in, tries to go for the lit. Mason Brackett wins the rebound and rips it away from Evans, and the possession arrow favors the Broncos. Look at that, Aubrey Meter coaching up Brackett.
Yeah, you got to keep that ball up there when you have it, especially with her size.
Keely Rodden checks in for Brackett. Maybe Meter across half court. Trying to go for the crossover, read by Natalie Price, and Price with the easy basket. Meter not wanting to risk a foul, and then Meter's inbound. Dietrich misses the layup underneath, trying to rip it away. Jump ball this time. Possession arrow favors the Cyclones.
Broncos need to settle down here. It's turnover fest. Last a few possessions here. Got to settle down and play some better defense here.
You see Coach Skerman kind of up in the tempo, and Cheatham denying Evans, pokes it away. Meter with the basketball. Trying to go quick in transition. Price guarding close by. Meter on a dead ball, trying to find Isla Herman. She'll collect this one after a chase down. Cheatham guarded close by Askins Dietrich, trying to find Meter. Natalie Price right there, smothering Aubrey Meter, and Coach Tunnel needs a timeout to talk things over. As the Cyclones' active hands are coming out to play, they take the lead up to 5 on the Broncos. 2:04 to play in quarter number 2. Back in 30 seconds right here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Coach Tunnel calling a timeout to get her group recollected. The Cyclones went to kind of a full court look, and this is what they love to do. What they're really phenomenal at is taking the ball away from young teams that, with the young guards, they feel a lot of pressure, so they just feel inclined to try and force things inside, and that's definitely part of the learning curve for a lot of young players, especially like myself growing up. And there's a tie-up.
They got a timeout here
on the end of the floor, and Coach Skerman is able to get the timeout off that will take with them here. Minute 47 to play in quarter number 2. It's all Cyclones up by 5. Back in 30 seconds again.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in
Coach Tunnel going to the drawing board here. Coach Skerman giving words of encouragement as minute 47 left to play in the opening half. And Curtis, the Broncos, just like you mentioned, they just got to take a deep breath. Everything will be all right for them.
Yeah, and Coach Tuttle did exactly what I thought she would do coming out of that timeout. What better player to settle you down offensively, get the ball down the court other than Isla Herman. And that's exactly what she did. She put the ball in her hands to bring it down the court, and Aubrey Meter stayed back to help. So give those young guards a break there, and now we'll see what we can do on the defensive end.
Cyclones would win the basketball. Coach Sherman is able to get the timeout called in time, so Cyclones with possession out of the timeout. Askins Dietrich pull up 2 inside, no good, was tipped right to Kylan Herman. Has the defense beat, but lost her dribble and lost it off the baseline, out of bounds. It's going back the other way of the Cyclones.
Like the aggressiveness there, you know, thought maybe she could get to the rim, and ended up with a turnover there. You see Meter giving her some encouragement there with a pat on the back. So it's unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do defensively here to get the ball back.
Michael guarded by Rodden, and Herman batting the pass down low to Kirby Evans. It's an inbound play for the Cyclones. They'll have to wait as Addie McConnell will check in for Kylan Herman. Evans on the inbound. They'll go for Michael. That one just a little long off the glass. Evans had the rebound for the moment, and Keely Rodden is going to be fouled off a reach, and they're going to call that on Kirby Evans. It's the first on Evans. Second team foul on the Cyclones. And this Lady Cyclones will go to the full court press. Cyclones team averaging 11.5 steals a game. Broncos only averaging 7.2.
And just look at what difference it makes with Isla bringing the ball up the court. Defensively, they just fall back because they're like, oh, okay, we're not going to steal it from her, so that negates the press altogether.
And speaking of Isla Herman, she's fouled on the shot. Ainsley Michael picks up her second foul. Herman to shoot 2 free throws. One of the best free throw shooters on this team. 82% mark this season. And substitution for Cyclones that is not on my roster. And to put back in for Aubrey Meter. Here comes Natalie Price trying to do it herself. Lost the ball. It falls into the hands of Askins Dietrich, and a big collision down low in the paint. And Askins Dietrich and Keely Rodden took a tumble, and Keely Rodden is still down, so we'll step aside as they attend. Looks to be she's getting up. And the Roddens are tough as they come, and
yeah, that's for sure.
For Keely to be able to get up under her own power like that and walk with the trainer and the coaching staff, that's huge. So Askins Dietrich will check off. Lily McCullough, the junior guard, checks in. Has appeared in some aspect in almost every single game so far. Here's Addie McConnell for Isla Herman. Shot clock is off, 15 seconds. Meter for Brackett. The easy 2 inside, no good. Rebounded by McConnell. They'll call a foul on the Cyclones. It's an inbound play for Spring Hill. They got it with 10.2 seconds left. Now Lily McCall is hurt. So Askins Dietrich will have to be sent back into the game. So it'll be Addie McConnell actually to the line. That was foul number 5 on the Cyclones as a team. Isla Melius checks out, and in her place will be Kylan Herman. Second free throw coming up for McConnell. Just 33% from the line this season from the sophomore. Misses the second one. Alexa Turner the rebound for Ottawa. Natalie Price hesitates, now drives in, too strong off the glass. Meter ripping it away. And the heave not in time, but was a touchdown pass right to Isla Herman as we go to the half. Broncos just trail by one, 30-29. Coming up here on our halftime show presented by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. We'll potentially get an coach's interview with Coach Bouchard. We'll break down the halftime stats and give you the keys to the second half. That's all coming up next on our Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Michael Grant.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, time for our halftime show presented by our friends at Michael Grant at Farnborough Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you, Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected to protect your future, getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. We'll take a look at the scoring numbers. Unfortunately, no Coach Bouchard tonight. I'll catch up with him in the evening tonight. So we'll take a look first for the Broncos. Leading the way is Aubrey Meter with 14 points. Followed up with Isla Herman with 8 points. 2 points apiece from London Cheatham, Keely Rodden, and Kylan Herman, and just a point for Maddie McConnell from the free throw line. For the Cyclones, only 3 in the scoring books. Leah Askins-Dietrich with 13. Natalie Price with 11, and Dylan Nichols with 6. The only 3 scorers for the Cyclones. 30-29 our score at the half. As we'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll have our keys to the second half. And, of course, the second half here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics.
Both my older sons have come through Strody Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strody for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Getting ready to start up the third quarter here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Ottawa leads this one 30-29, and now it's time for our keys to the second half, presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to shop local and keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. And Curtis, what's going to be your key to the second half?
Well, I think the Broncos have to be able to contain the pressure from Ottawa, because Ottawa had pretty good success with that. So the adjustment coach was put the ball in Isla Herman's hands, but like to see that continue. We'll see if they continue to press as the game goes on, but I would guess so, considering the success rate they had so far.
Again, our keys of the second half presented by Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce.
And there's an observation here in the second quarter that Isla Herman and Leah Askin-Dietrich, neither one of them had a field goal.
Speaking of field goals, Aubrey Meter, who had a bucket to start off the first quarter, puts up a bucket from 3 to start off this third quarter. Broncos start off in front by 2, and that one out of bounds. Bronco basketball.
Yeah, it was Aubrey Meter and Natalie Price that kept handled the scoring load there in the second quarter. So we'll see if Leah and Isla can get it going here in the third quarter.
Aubrey, the tone setter. Definitely been a key in this opening quarters, I'd say. Here's Meter again, fakes on the drive, tried to sell the foul, and nice job by McConnell to save it. Isabel Harris down low, trying to fight for it. Jump ball call, but it's going to go the other way with the Cyclones.
That was a tough pass there. It was good hands by Isabel to even catch it, but too much traffic down there. Wasn't able to get the ball up on the rim.
On the floor for the Broncos, Addie McConnell, Aubrey Meter, Kylan Herman, Isla Herman, and Isabel Harris. For the Cyclones, Kirby Evans, Natalie Price, Ainsley Michael, Dylan Nichols, and Leah Askins-Dietrich, the 5 on the floor for each team. As Nichols trying to find Askins-Dietrich, stolen away by Spring Hill. Addie McConnell, she'll slow it up here.
Good decision there by Addie. She didn't have the numbers or the teammates down there to help, so pull it back out and see if you can get a better shot.
That was a good take. Cyclones quick in transition. The quick pass to Leah Askins-Dietrich takes care of the rest. We're back tied up at 32. Isla Herman banks a triple. Banks open for Spring Hill from 3.
Is open.
Broncos take the 3-point lead, 35-32.
Says, I see you, Leah Askins-Dietrich, and I'll raise you one.
Broncos, Jim, coming alive here in this third quarter. Ottawa going to the slow tempo, and that one, miscommunication from Price. Isla, the big pass to Kylan. She's fouled on the way up by Kirby Evans. And the freshman guard will go to the line for 2 free throws coming up. Kirby Evans again picking up that foul. That's her second. First of the third quarter by either team. Here's the first free throw from Kylan. And just left it a little short off the front iron and no good. Broncos in that game against Baldwin went 13 of 19 from the free throw line. They were able to get to the stripe more than the Bulldogs, who only went 4 of 11. So free throw shooting for this Broncos side has been really good throughout the entire season, and it's what's made games really close. Harris denied Nichols once, and then Nichols will win the battle as she heads to the line. Isabel Harris picking up a foul. That's her second. And not really many players in foul trouble, Curtis, which it's always a good sign, but you don't want your best depth, per se, to be in foul trouble and having to rely on somebody else you don't want in certain positions.
Yeah, no player on either team with more than 2 fouls. So
Nichols will rattle in her second free throw. Cyclones will retreat back. Meter is across half court. Kylan trying to dump it down for Isla. Leah Askins-Dietrich takes it away. And beautiful defense by Isla Herman, forcing the turnover on Leah Askins-Dietrich.
yeah, Kylan kind of telegraphed that pass there. Leah Askins Dietrich is way too good of a player to allow that to happen, but then Isla Herman with a great defense to get the ball back for the Broncos.
Leah Askins Dietrich actually had a triple-double one of the first few games of the season. She had 30 points and 10 steals, actually. It's kind of a unique way to have a double-double, I must say. Excuse me. Ottawa's had 2 double-doubles this season. Jump ball into the basket will stay with the Broncos. It was actually, I believe it was against Baldwin. Here's a 3 for Kylan and just lifted a bit short. That'll be Ottawa Cyclone ball, headed the other way. Actually, it was against Lewisburg. Ottawa won that game 67-37 against the Wildcats, which we'll see coming up on Thursday. Or excuse me, on that Friday, I must say. Friday. Askins Dietrich had 29 points in that game.
And with that big of a lead, she probably didn't play much in the fourth quarter.
10 steals, yeah.
Yeah.
What a talented core this Cyclones team has, and undefeated so far, but the Broncos have made this quite the ball game on a Tuesday evening. Only the second day back at school for most of these school districts in the state of Kansas. Beautiful find down low. Kirby Evans, the opportunity just rimmed out. It was a beautiful find by the Cyclones, but the rim denying. Here's Meter from downtown. That won't fly. Natalie Price the rebound. She'll try and go one-on-one, and they'll call a foul on Isla Herman as Price just leaned into Isla enough for the foul to be collected, and based off of Isla's facial expression, she didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, good defense, and if you're gonna foul, make sure she doesn't get the shot up and knock it in. So, again, not in any foul trouble here, but looked like pretty good defense.
First one falls down for Natalie Price, 30% from the line this season. Again, the sophomore guard. Honorable mention, All Frontier League as a freshman last year. Rare to be amongst that list, as a freshman especially. So much talent in the Frontier League, especially this year when you look at it. I think the league voters will probably have a tough time. Ball is dead, and they'll call a 5-second violation on Addie McConnell. And there's just kind of a situation where McConnell didn't really have many options, and London Cheatham will check in for McConnell. And
yeah, it's always a tough one when you get on the sideline there, because that sideline acts like another defender, so there's really limits your mobility and your opportunity to get out of that.
A little under halfway to play here in the third quarter, 1-point game. Back and forth between the Cyclones and the Broncos. Askins Dietrich only 2 points here in this third quarter. Was kind of held quiet in the second quarter as well. Here's a corner 3 for Alexa Turner, left short. But Kirby Evans, the beautiful box out to be able to be in the right position to put the second chance bucket in. And the Cyclones extend the lead to 3.
Classic case of being at the right place at the right time.
Wide open look, Cheatham banks it home. That's one way to use the glass. London Cheatham 4 points. So far, only this season, she's averaged close to 3. Corner 3 on the way for Dylan Nichols. Left it a bit long. Fight for it on the ground. Evans had it for the moment. Isabel Harris will scoop it over, and Aubrey Meter chasing it down. And now she's a little slow to get up.
Having a laugh there.
It seems to be laughing it off.
Looks like she might have a floor burn there.
Ainsley Michael checks in for Kirby Evans. Broncos will be making a substitution pretty quick. Keely Rodden checks in for Isabel Harris. And Coach Tuttle giving the orders on the inbound play, and that one, Price is just trying to spin around the defense. Ripped away by Herman, and then the pass to Cheatham just left it a bit long.
Well, London started going to the basket, and then she slowed up, and Isla thought she was going to continue. And a game like this, you can't have too many of those little unnecessary turnovers like that. So we'll see if we can get the ball back here.
Isla Amelia is going to be tasked with guarding Askins Dietrich, and guarded her the whole way up the floor. So basically, it looks to be they're just going to try and face guard Askins Dietrich for as long as possible, but a foul underneath. It's going to be on Keely Rodden. So Aubrey Meter will be on the other end of the floor. Natalie Price will be right there. And Nichols misses the first free throw. (38-37). 39-37. Broncos putting up a heck of a fight tonight. Here's Keely Rodden trying to slice through off her foot. And Nichols is fouled on a reach, and that's going to be on Isla Emilius. Which for the junior, who is getting her first taste of varsity this season, has a really tall task. Not only face guarding Leah Askins Dietrich, but it's got to be the whole way up the floor too. It's Meter now to guard. Askins Dietrich, the drive denied. Aubrey Meter denying entry.
Yeah, that's a well-executed play there by Ottawa, too. They were setting many screens for Isla to have to fight through, and then it was good help defense there by Aubrey Meter to knock that one out of bounds. So good team defense there.
Askins Dietrich trying to play it forward for Nichols off the face of Melius. It's in the hands of Herman now. We'll slow it up on Alexa Turner now. It was Herman trying to dump it down for Melius, but off the foot of Alexa Turner.
I think you want Isla to just take that ball and be aggressive with it.
Which we normally do like to see her do that. And like BJ Harris kind of mentioned to me, she's kind of been a guard forward combo almost because of her prowess at the rim. They like to have her used as well. Herman to try her luck from three, misses off the mark, and Askins Dietrich hits the deck hard. Now she's down. Is a bit slow to get up, holding her side. Do hope she's okay. Aubrey Meter picking up her second personal, and Meter just trying to get back in time while also trying to guard Askins Dietrich right near the baseline.
Well, Leah's so quick with the ball, and Aubrey Meter's pretty quick too, but Leah had a step, and Aubrey just created contact there, so hope she's all right.
Cyclones in the bonus with the minute 14 to play in quarter number 3. And Askins Dietrich can't make the first attempt. Her first free throws of the second half. Made plenty of trips in the first half and misses them both. Isla Herman, the rebound for the Broncos. Just try and push themselves up the floor. Cheatham, the drive denied by Leah Askins Dietrich. Ball on the floor, and they'll call a push on the Broncos. So back to the line goes Leah Askins Dietrich. Isla Melius picks up foul number 2. Has picked up both fouls in the third quarter. This Cyclones team has averaged 65 points per game this season. And tonight they're held to right now 40. And this tells you the Broncos have come to play today, and I asked Coach Tunnel about the intensity at practice this week, and she said we're just trying to hone in on a few things that we kind of missed the mark on in the first part of the season. Unsuccessful second free throw from Askins Dietrich. Herman rips away the steal attempt. Isla gives it to Kylan for the tie, and that one off the side of the iron. Askins Dietrich the rebound. Isla Herman was right there to guard close by. Kylan also there with a step on Askins Dietrich. It's really scored close by. Isla Herman guarding Dylan Nichols. Alexa Turner goes to her right. Askins Dietrich. Melius again guarding close by. Back for Nichols. Shot clock down to 7. Meter down low on Evans, and Meter confused on that call, saying she had her hands straight up, but Evans will attract the foul, and Meter picks up her third foul. So that's the first player really in foul trouble now for either team. It's Meter's third personal, 2 more, and she's out of the game. And Kirby Evans makes the first free throw. 46% from the line this season is the sophomore guard at 5'5". She's a scrappy guard and kind of a piece that Ottawa has really used in her freshman campaign last year. Saw bits and pieces of her. Clock down to 5. Herman wants to do it herself. Dumps it down to Rodden. Beats the buzzer again. And Keely Rodden, the buzzer-beating machine, her second straight buzzer beater, as she puts the Broncos down by just 2 as we head to the final quarter of play tonight here in our doubleheader between the Broncos and the Cyclones. Lady Cyclones lead at 41-39. We'll have the fourth quarter for you here next on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
One more quarter to play inside the Spring Hill High School gymnasium in lovely Spring Hill, Kansas. Brendan Bolin, Curtis Kaiser, Caden Garbajo back here with you to bring you the last minutes of action on a Tuesday evening. Bronco boys winning the first game on a last 8-second play from Jordan Miller, 58-56 the final in that one to put the Broncos above 500. Here's Price to try and bank home a triple. That one no good. Evans, the hook shot, and the second chance bucket for the Cyclones. And Ottawa starts the fourth quarter off in the scoring column, and Price will be called for a reach on the other end of the floor. And talk about a guard who can do it both, and Natalie Price has been so dominant defensively. Her and Askins Dietrich have had plenty of steals and forced turnovers on the Broncos tonight. This Broncos team has not gone away.
The Broncos did a good job in the third quarter. They held Ottawa to 2 field goals, but they gave up 7 free throws.
Meter, the tough basket, falls short. Kirby Evans, the rebound. Ottawa trying to push the pace in transition, and Alexa Turner just couldn't quite collect it. You love to see the hustle there, but just could not quite corral it there. Broncos will have the basketball. Ottawa is kind of shying away from the full court pressure. Don't want to tire yourselves out and force a race to the baskets on any transition baskets, essentially. The one thing you want to avoid if you're in a lead like this. And Ottawa really for the first few quarters were full court pressing the Broncos, but so far they've kind of backed off and defended at their own side of the court. And Isla Herman, the easy look inside, and that's a shot that Isla Herman probably has perfected and practiced by now. And it's just muscle memory. Price trying to respond on the other end, just left it short. 41-43, back to a 2-point game. And Meter trying to rip it away. Call for a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Broncos. Isla Melius checks in Addie McConnell to the bench. Meter to throw in the inbound play. They'll go deep for Colin Herman. Wanted to drive in. Now it's back for Meter. Shoots the three on Turner. No good. How about Isabel Harris the rebound? That layup just left it a bit short, and a call for a jump ball on the third chance, and it's going to go the other way with the Cyclones.
So many jump balls. Good effort there by Isabel Harris to get that rebound. Had a good shot at it, just didn't quite execute. I have to stop the ball here. This is where Lee is dangerous.
Askins Dietrich across the timeline in a hurry, but slows it up. Askins Dietrich, the beautiful motion, and cuts her way to the basket. Her speed kills, and it killed right there.
Good backdoor cut there. Good find by the teammate. Good execution there by Leah. That's hard to guard.
And Melius was held up a bit by Kirby Evans, and Herman thought that Melius was going to cut out, but miscommunication there forces the turnover. The Broncos have to get a stop here. Askins Dietrich is double teamed. Meter sheds off. Here's Nichols, a two inside, no good. Evans the rebound, and the second chance bucket.
She has been a difference maker in the second half.
Meter from the free throw line has got it. You talk about a difference maker. Aubrey Meter has been the scoring leader for the Broncos tonight. Natalie Price quickly across the floor. Nichols left open. Harris closes out, and Nichols count the buckets, and one more at the line coming up. Nichols beat Harris's closeout, and then Harris fouls her on the way up. And Harris is also now in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Here's Dylan Nichols at the line to complete the and one play. 48% free throw shooting on the season for the senior forward. Misses it, and rebound goes to Isla Herman. 3 minutes removed, 5 to play. Broncos trying to get the upset and a big momentum shift to start what you'd call probably the second half of the season, if you will. Nichols, too strong off the backboard. It's a chase for the rebound. They'll call a foul on Ottawa. It's on Kirby Evans. That's her fourth, so one more and she's done, and that's going to force Coach Gurman to go to the bench and check in Ainsley Michael. Alexa Turner, the one to play the full court press on Aubrey Meter to try and slow her down. Herman finds Kylan. Dumps it down low to Melius, collects it, tries to throw it up. Askins Dietrich denies her. 2-on-2 down the floor. Look at the speed from Kylan Herman, but Askins Dietrich had the team beat. And Coach Sturman will call a full timeout as the Lady Cyclones have found a gap. They lead it by 8, 4:18 to play in the ball game. Be back here in just 30 seconds right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing.
(51-43) our score with 4 minutes left to play here in the last quarter. Curtis, the Cyclones have really hit their stride here in this fourth quarter as they've kind of widened the gap on the Broncos here.
Yeah, and Leah asked, she took a hard fall there on that foul by Aubrey Meter earlier, and I don't think she's still quite right. You can't tell by watching her how quick she is out there, but I was watching her in a huddle there. She thought about trying to sit down, but knew that was going to hurt, so she stood up, and so she's still feeling a little bit of effects from that, but it doesn't seem to be slowing her down on the court for sure. Now they're back to some full court press here. Looks like a half court trap.
Trying to slow down the Broncos and let precious time tick away. The Broncos, if they need points, they can scavenge them in any way they can. It's just got to be quicker now. Herman trying to go for a little hook shot. That won't fall. Beautiful job by Isabel Harris to chase down.
Oh, boy.
Off the hands of Herman. Collects it back. She'll try and drive. Dumps it down from Ilias. Herman right back. Catch and shoot three. Can't cash it in. Harris the rebound. And the third chance buckets. Isabel Harris is in the scoring column. And it comes at no better time like this.
It's a big bucket there by Isabel Harris. She's been relentless on the boards all night long and had a couple shots. Couldn't get them to fall, but when it mattered most, she got one to drop.
6-point deficit for Broncos here. But again, time is of the essence here. Askins Dietrich, a three, the dagger. Leah Askins Dietrich widens the lead to 9 for the Cyclones.
Tough assignment for Alamelius, and she was just a half a step off. But against Leah, you can't take anything for granted. No steps, no seconds off. It all matters.
And Herman trying to go on a screen and go for Isabel Harris, or pick and roll, I should say, but just miscommunication between Harris and Herman on the location of where Harris is going to be posted up at, and it cost the Broncos a possession.
Yeah, and I want to be clear, that's not a criticism of Isla Milias. Leah she's hard for anybody to guard, so she's done a great job trying to guard her tonight.
You got to give credit to the Broncos for being tasked with such a tough assignment, and a tough basket for Natalie Price. As gritty as they come for Ottawa, Natalie Price has been one of the gritty guards. Counterpoint for Askins Dietrich. Harris posts up on Michael, can't bank it home. She'll fight for the rebound. A fight on the floor for it. It's Dylan Nichols and Isabel Harris. They'll call the jump. Possession arrow favors the Broncos.
Again, good hustle there by Isabel. She didn't get the shot to fall, but she didn't give up on the play and was able to get the jump ball called and possession back to the Broncos. So good effort.
Ainsley Michael will check off, and Coach Skerman will take the gamble, putting Kirby Evans back in the game. A reminder, Evans has 4 fouls, so one more foul and she'll have to be out of the game. Herman, the beautiful drive off the screen, and Nichols wanted a push.
That was a great seal by Isabel Harris that enabled her to get that shot up.
Broncos will show some pressure. Natalie Price escapes away from Kylan Herman. Nichols pull up 2 from the corner, just rims out. Alexa Turner grabs it.
Travel? Timeout.
And Coach Kerman will take a timeout, a 30-second timeout that we'll keep here. Minute 46 left to play. Broncos down by 9. But Coach Kerman he knows that he's got a pretty comfortable lead right in front of him, but if you're Coach Tunnell, how are you going to guard this Cyclones team?
Well, I think you're going to have to come with some full court pressure. We've not done that very successfully here tonight, but you're going to have to do something here to try to create some turnovers and get some extra possessions here as where time is becoming very important.
Broncos, we haven't really seen the full court pressure from them. Not really a team that goes to a full court press ever, as I've seen, unless absolutely necessary in certain situations, but mainly they've just been a free-flowing, we'll meet you at our side of the rim,
and
we're going to protect it. So what strategy Coach Tunnell decides to go to, we left to be determined here in the next minute. 46 seconds left to play in the game. Askins Dietrich to come off the screen and left it just short. Left it a little low.
That was pretty good defense there by Kylan Herman. She stopped her from shooting the three, and then when she got a step on her, she called for help, and that's really all you can do against a player like Leah.
Make it the Cyclones to go to a half-court trap. Isla Herman in her hands, step back three. Left it a little long, chase down for the ball, and Aubrey Meter will go right into the student section.
Aubrey had a little help flying into the student section there, but not a violation per the referees.
They're going to go for Isabel Harris. Keely Rodden to check off.
Get some offense-defense substitutions here.
Somebody got tripped on the other end. We'll go to a full court press. Nichols sets the screen on Kylan Herman. Askins Dietrich beats Harris the other way. Three on the way from Natalie Price. No good. Rebound, Aubrey Meter. Aubrey Meter's got to take matters into her own hands. And across the timeline she goes, gives it off to Isla Herman. Herman hop steps inside, trying to go for the foul. It's still off the Cyclones. Bronco basketball underneath. Coach Skerman and assistant coach Vicky Jan trying to get the Cyclones' attention right to the ball. Herman, deep three, won't go. Isabel Harris had the rebound, but it ripped away by Leah Askins Dietrich, and Meter is going to be called for a reach. That's the fourth on Meter.
Yeah, Isla Herman's just not had the production from outside tonight like she normally does beyond the three-point line. I think it's got her a little frustrated. I think she's passing on some threes that she would normally take, but uh-oh.
Beautiful play set up by the Cyclones, and they're just going to try and chew up as much clock as they can.
That's good coaching right there, because she could have easily tried to go in and draw a foul, get an extra bucket, but the coach, that's good time clock management here.
Askins Dietrich will go for the three and sinks it. And I don't think Coach Skerman wanted that three-point shot to happen even. And they thought they called a time, and the referees thought Otto called a timeout, but they never did. It's just more of frustration.
Well, the unfortunate part of all that is now it gives them a chance to set up their press when we could have had it as a live ball and maybe been able to get the ball up the court a little bit easier.
Coach Skerman's still not the happiest that a three-point attempt even happened. They needed more time to come off the clock, but it still gives Spring Hill a bit of life here. Meter pull up two inside, can't bank it home. Harris the rebound, and she's fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for Isabel Harris.
I think that might be number 5.
And that is number 5 for Kirby Evans. Her day is done with 21 seconds left to play in the ball game. Ainsley Michael will finish the rest out.
They called that on.
No, they're going to give it on Dylan Nichols. Yeah, it's Dylan Nichols' third.
Boy, I don't know about that.
So no Ainsley Michael. And Kirby Evans looks to the bench like, guess I'll stay in.
Everybody in the building thought something different there, but.
Harris missed the first one. I'll try again for the second. That one misses as well. Out and into the hands of Nichols, and it's going to be in the hands of Leah Askins Dietrich to dribble out the clock. And the Broncos aren't done defending just yet. And the clock will dwindle down to 0. The Broncos hold the Cyclones to one of the lowest scoring performances of the season, but unfortunately can't walk away victorious as the Cyclones rally in the fourth quarter to take it 59-47, the final, as the Broncos split with the Cyclones in the first doubleheader of the season. We'll step aside for just a brief moment. When we come back, our Elliott Insurance Group postgame show. We'll break down this game and give you what's coming up on the schedule for the Bronco basketball squads. Again, on our Michael Grant our Elliott Insurance Group postgame show. Right after this, don't go anywhere, folks.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5360.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
First Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
First Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, now time for our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Well, final score in this one, it's Broncos 59, or Broncos 47, Cyclones 59, although we would have liked it the other way around, but just
for sure.
Incredible job by the Lady Broncos tonight, I must say. And you have to go up against a team that has one of the best offenses in the state of Kansas, and to hold them to lower than their average, pretty good day if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, they're so efficient with the basketball, and they don't waste a lot of energy in the motions that they do. They're well coached. They execute well. Obviously very talented, behind Leah Askins-Dietrich, and they're undefeated for a reason. So nothing to hang the head about if you're a Broncos fan tonight. Girls battled hard. Ottawa just came out on top, but we'll see them again, and we'll see what happens then.
We'll take a look at the numbers. We'll start with the Cyclones. Leah Askins-Dietrich, the team high and game high, 26 points tonight for the junior guard, and also followed in scoring. It was Natalie Price with 15. Dylan Nichols had 11, and then Kirby Evans with just 7. So only 4 Cyclones in the scoring column. But it's those 4 players who get it done for Ottawa night in and night out for a reason. For the Broncos, leading the way, it was Aubrey Meter with 19 tonight. An incredible performance from Aubrey Meter, which normally, by most accounts, she would be the number 2 option in this offense. But Aubrey Meter was really a difference tonight when it was Isla Herman that couldn't get her perimeter shooting going. Aubrey Meter just had everything going her way tonight, and you got to give credit to Aubrey Meter, who played her tail off tonight. That's just an incredible job by Meter, and especially for, you're going into this game, both the girls and boys, just trying to knock as much rust off as you can when you're cooped up in over winter break. Of course, they had the week of practice that Coach Tunnell talked to me they had, but again, this is still impeccable efforts by the Lady Broncos. Aubrey Meter with 19, and then 15 points from Isla Herman, the counterpart.
Yeah, I mean, like we always talk about, they're always the 1-2 punch. Usually it's flip-flop there, but tonight Aubrey Meter came out from the very tip and had a great first quarter with 8 points and just continued that throughout the game. And the scoring of 19 points is great, but it doesn't really tell the story of the impact she had on this game. Countless number of steals, hustle plays. She just brings it every night, and just a solid basketball player, understands the game, and you can also tell she's a great teammate.
I mean, even especially for the fact that she took several hard falls and was able to still play. It looked like nothing happened to her. She wasn't in pain at all. That's the kind of competitive energy that the Broncos love having, and especially you could tell they wanted to play alongside her and give the same energy that Aubrey was giving, and you saw that in the Broncos. You did.
Yeah, you do. And I talk about this a lot. We're young. We're an extraordinarily young basketball team. And to come up against a team like Ottawa, who's undefeated, they're battle-tested, just, well-coached basketball team, you're going to take some lumps early in the season. But you know what? I see promise in these young Broncos. They're continuing to develop. They got a great coach. They got a great system. And you know what? We'll come back on Friday against Lewisburg and see if we can have a different outcome.
Broncos fall to 3-4. Ottawa improves to 7-0. Again, the 5th-ranked team in 4A, voted on by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. And then also rounding out and scoring for the Broncos, 4 points from Keely Rodden and London Cheatham, 2 points from Kylan Herman and Isabel Harris, and 1 point from Addie McConnell. And then we actually have the boys' statistics as well. Got to give a special shout-out to my partner, Curtis Kaiser, for getting these done right before tip-off, actually, of the girls' game.
Well, I got to say, I don't normally do it on paper, so my chicken scratch. I apologize for that, but it's done
right.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, 16 points combined, or 32 combined, 16 each for Hayden Hull and Aiden McCullough, 11 from Jace Morning, 7 from Gavin Seaton, 2 points from Aaron Blaine, Trace Spencer, and Evan Askins-Dietrich. And for the Broncos, 14 points from Grant Gebhards, 20 from Jackson Bruce, 12 from Peyton McAvoy. Jordan Miller only had 4, but all 4 of his points came in the fourth quarter. So I like to call him the Iceman for a reason.
When it mattered most, he executed for sure.
3 points apiece from Eli Hedrick and Henry Barnett, and then 2 points from Sam Harris. So several different Broncos in the scoring column, and by the looks of it, looked to be almost every single Bronco who was in the game got a point. And that speaks volumes to the depth that Coach Bouchard has.
Yeah, he's been talking to us about that. He's going to have to probably pare that down a little bit towards the end of the season, but he's given some guys some opportunities early on here, and seeing what he's got. It's a good problem to have because he's got a lot of talent there to work with, not a lot of experience, but he likes what he sees from a bunch of guys. And again, the last couple of years not going with a full 10-man rotation. Now he finds himself on a sometimes 11, 12-man rotation.
Up to 14 is even, especially in the beginning of the season.
Yep. So he's trying to figure things out here, and the guys keep playing well. And so, got another victory here tonight, and we'll see. Excited to see what they have on Friday against Lewisburg.
Again, you mentioned, Friday against Lewisburg. We're back to regularly scheduled programming. Unless anything happens, we'll update you on our social medias. Find us on Facebook, X. Don't have Instagram, unfortunately. Also are on our website at varsitysportslive.com, or even myself even. You can follow me and find me on any of my social medias. I'll always have updates provided. But that'll wrap it up here from Spring Hill High School for night 1. Again, night 2 back here on Friday when the Wildcats come to town. The Broncos, the Wildcats, don't want to miss it. 5:45 pregame show right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. For my amazing camera person, Kaden Carbajo, who's been my trusty partner for feels like years now. Curtis Kaiser, I'm Brendan Bullen signing off, and as always, go Broncos. We'll see you next time, folks.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage.